Hello, this is Manesh Patel from the EIA Capital Group. Today is August 21st, 2011. It's our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the currency market, where we cover everything from dollar-denominated currencies to yen and so forth. Okay, it's our normal disclaimer to state this is for education use only. All charts that you're going to see are either from Thinkorswim, which is owned by TD Ameritrade now, TradeStation, or FreeStockCharts.com. Here are my contact details right there. You can follow us on Twitter at Ichimoku Trading, or you can access any of our free videos that are available on ichimokutrade.com. Okay, we got a lot to cover, so let's begin. Remember, on the left-hand side is basically the weekly time frame. On the right-hand side is basically the daily time frame. If you look at the weekly time frame, there's really nothing going on. We had a trend here, and now we're just pretty much consolidating, and we're not really doing anything at all. Remember, the more we consolidate, the more it's kind of giving momentum to the bears. But right now, it's still bullish in nature, and we'll go from there. But if you look at the daily time frame, we're still consolidating. However, if we could sit there and break 1.4600, then we really can start a trend on the daily time frame, which will equate to a trend on the weekly time frame. The major support you're looking at is about 4250, 1.4250, so that's the major support there for the Euro USD. But right now it is tilted more towards the bullish side, so definitely look for bullish trades. If anything, if you're swing trading, just swing trade between the support and resistance levels that we gave you, and you should be fine. Okay, next one we're going to go through is pound USD. If you look at pound USD on the weekly time frame, you can see this was a trend. You had a major pullback here, and then we're kind of coming back up here. We're trying to retest a high at 1.6800. If you look at the daily time frame, right now we are kind of sitting on a major support right now. It's got a hold right here. We'll just put it right here, and which is around 64.47. It's got a hold right around that area. The minor support is going to be at 63.45, and the major support is going to be at 63.11. It's really got to sit there, as we talked about, break this resistance level, start breaking this pivot high up here, and just continue to keep on moving higher to retest this high up there. If it could break 1.6800, then this is going to start trending on all the time frames from daily, weekly, and monthly. So definitely look out for that one. If you look at the US yen, if you look at the US yen over here, we're kind of still sitting here at the bottom here, where we retested the low here of this little spike here. We're just kind of hanging around here and really doing nothing at all. Remember, the more that we hang around doing nothing at all, the more that kind of takes the momentum away from the bears and kind of puts it onto the bullish side, where this thing can reverse. If you look at the daily time frame, really nothing going on at all right now. Major resistance level, if you look at the daily time frame, is going to be at 78.086, and major support level is pretty much going to be this pivot low here, which is around 76.28. As you could see, we kind of spiked a little lower below last week, which is 75.89, but really it has not committed to keep on going lower at all. So this could have been a little stop run that they did, just to kind of fake people out to go lower, but it has not gone lower at all. In fact, it's come back with a vengeance, with about 80 pips after it reached that low on Friday, as you could see here. So this is kind of like a little fake breakout, and then here, honestly, if it goes up above 77, it definitely will confirm that maybe this is a double bottom for the weekly time frame, but we've really got to wait and be patient to see what happens there. US SWITSI was the other one that was bearish trending. You could see here it's been bearish trending. We finally got above here, this level right here, which is 77.77. The major resistance level on the weekly time frame is going to be 82.17. So definitely look for price to try to get there in the short term time frame, and if it does, if it breaks that, then we can enter a major pullback as far as the weekly is concerned. If you look at the daily time frame here, major supports at 75.89, but this thing can sit there and start a bullish trend on a daily time frame if it could break 8,000, and it does look like it can do that if it just sits there and pushes upwards. So the dollar would definitely have to get stronger compared to the SWITSI. The other strong currency, the other one we'll look at, is USCAD. If you look at USCAD, it's been basically bearish trending for a very long time. We had a little movement here, which kind of everyone thought was going to be a reversal. Then it didn't happen, came back down. Then you had a big spike here again. Everyone thought it was going to be a reversal and really came back down again. So this thing has just been kind of consolidating for a little while. But if you look at a daily time frame, this thing does look like it's trying to set up to go bullish. If it could this week, if it could break 1.0000, then we do have a possibility of a bullish trend as far as the daily is concerned, which would be a major pullback on the weekly time frame. Okay, so definitely look for that one to start moving forward. Another currency we're going to look at is Australian CAD. You can see here it's been a little bullish momentum as far as the weekly time frame is concerned. Nothing really going on as far as the daily is concerned. And if you look here, 1.0204 is a major support level there, and 1.0400 is a major resistance level. Let's look at Australian USD. If you look at Australian USD, nothing really going on here. It's been a major trend. I think it's time for a major pullback to occur. So if you look here on the daily time frame here, if this thing could break 355, this thing does have a possibility of retesting 1 and also going lower to the bearish side, which will equate to a major pullback on the weekly time frame. Major resistance level, of course, is going to be 1.600600, so definitely look for those values there. But this thing could go either way, but the momentum is starting to shift away from the bulls into the bearish camp, so definitely look for that. New Zealand USD, if you look at here, it's been bullish trending here. Finally started entering a minor pullback. Major support level is going to be at 79.77. And if you look here on the daily time frame here, this has done a pullback, but it kind of held its major support at 84.03, which is not good at all. It really needed to break that to restart retesting this high. It didn't, so the momentum is now shifting away from the bulls to the bears. And honestly, if this thing breaks 8,000, this thing is going to go lower. You know, this looks like it also has a possibility of going lower. Notice that all these pairs are dollar-denominated pairs. It seems like the dollar looks like it has a possibility of getting stronger if it just starts pushing a little towards its way this week. Then it could really start some bullet trends to the dollar side. Let's go look at euro. We already looked at USD. Let's go look at EURCAD. If you look at EURCAD right now, it's just consolidating right now. However, if this thing can sit there and break around 4,300, this thing is going to start a trend on both the bullish and the weekly time frame. So definitely look for that one to start occurring. Major support level is going to be at 38.33, but definitely would watch this one and set your alerts up for this to possibly break out because the CAD has been strong compared to the euro, and it looks like it could reverse. Let's go to Australia, New Zealand. If you look at Australia, New Zealand, nothing really going on there at all. If you look at the weekly time frame, we just shrink this down. Nothing really going on at all, and you could see from the daily time frame, it was bearish trending. It's now starting to enter a major pullback. It looks like it's going to get all the way up to probably about 28. Probably I would say 2,900 would be a major resistance level there. A major support level is going to be at 25.48. So it's about a 400 pip range between the swing trading right now for this one. Definitely I wouldn't want to look at this one and trading this long term at all because it's just entering a major pullback and it could go either way. But momentum is to the bear side for right now, long term, where New Zealand is stronger than the Australian dollar. Okay, let's go look at what other currency pairs. Let's go look at Euro Australian. If you look at Euro Australian, we've got to put alerts around here. We'll just sit there and sink that down. You can see it's just consolidating on a weekly time frame. It looks like a bullish trend here on the daily. However, it's got to break 1.42050 to start a trend on the bullish side. Or if it sits there and breaks 1.300, this thing could actually start a trend to the bearish side too. So this thing is just swinging back and forth, back and forth. The more this thing just consolidates, the more it's actually giving momentum to the bulls and taking it away from the bears. So I definitely will sit there and put your alerts and wait for this thing to break out this consolidation pattern, which will probably be about another 2 to 3 months, my guess. But it could happen anytime now. Okay, that's it for this week. If you have any questions, please post them or contact us.